Hi guys, this is day number 136 of my 365 Livestream challenge, and today we keep going with the fourth last stage of our software startup workshop series, which we call software blueprint. It's over here. Yesterday we talked about technical oversight, and usually when we start technical oversight, at the same time we start user stories and epics preparation, like finalizing the whole document specifications document, because this is something that our developers are working on, programmers are working on, and this is something our project manager plus business analysts are working on, and they kind of collaborate here because these guys know how to what we need to develop, and they tell developers what needs to be developed, and they kind of sharing this together, and then developers sharing what kind of internal tasks we need to include within user stories and epics. So it's like parallel work. Once we have these two steps, we can put together quickly the last bits here and there. But before these two are done in parallel, these are usually done in steps. Step by step in line. So user stories and epics, this is basically taking previous stage project roadmap, full scope raw notes, non-functional requirements, users and permissions, risk checklist, technical oversight, and putting together the detailed specification. At this point during the workshop, we still talk about what we want to build, not that much into how we want to it working specifically for that 2 or 3 forms. That function should be like a wizard step, or maybe just one small widget, or maybe one long form, or breaking it down into 5 multi-step wizard UI. So we don't discuss this yet at this step. This is something we'll clarify further down the road during this design stage in our after workshop. So at this point, to estimate the project, it's enough to understand what we are building, and with that to answer this question, it's enough to work in this kind of user stories format. So this is how it looks like. As a user role, I want to do this action so I can achieve this goal, and when we put this together, for each of the users we have a bunch of epics, a bunch of user stories, and then user stories we group into epics, list of somehow related user stories. So for example, on this screen you can see the user story add new contact. As a sales rep, I add a new lead to our system so that I can continue on with proposal preparation for that lead, and then after that we add couple acceptance criteria which are necessary for us to say, yes, this user story is implemented. We need mockup similar to this page. We need this minimum set of fields on that add for new contact object in our database and UI form. And also the last criterion is that admin and top managers can access contact form too as well. And if necessary, these are a couple crucial unique user interfaces within application. Then this or another user story, we can prepare some inspiration or even a quick low fidelity mock-up as part of this user story and attach here, as you can see here on this slide. And at the end, this is how we go over basically how we work on that. We have a list of all user stories, then we group them by epics, and only then we start converting them to this specific format. So basically we just list high level, then break it down by sections, epics, and then start adding acceptance criteria, more clarification, one more round. So it's done in rounds. It's not just one time you going and diving deeper. It's hard to put such a long and complex document in one run. So usually project manager plus business analyst, they are doing this in iterative process, step by step. So here on this project, these are the function requirements, the user stories format. We have parent onboarding, couple user stories. We have activities catalog, marketplace, couple user stories. Then we have add activity, whole process. It's a complex process. It's broken down into couples user stories. Then we have parents calendar, a lot of user stories, calendar synchronization, background, internal task came pulled by the developers, parents profile management, circle list, friends. You can see how much that how big that application was, right? At the end, it was 73 pages of specifications. When I click any of them, you will see how exactly it looks like. It's basically this what you can see here. So let me go over parent onboarding. This is how it looks like. User story title, the body, the acceptance criteria, and this goes for each user story. This is kind of document. Usually takes 2 to 5 working days for small and middle-sized project, and of course it might take weeks for huge projects with tons of functionality, with a lot of things to learn to specify. And with that kind of document, we are ready to go to the next step, which will be tomorrow. I will show you. We prepare our developers having technical oversight, having user stories and epics. They will be able to prepare detailed work breakdown structure, put estimates, finalize the technology stack decisions, and this will be the final software blueprint. So this is how it's done. Putting together user stories is not the most complex task. After you have proper full scope raw nodes done, user stories is more or less just organizing stuff in nice format so we don't miss anything. Ideally, any kind of detailed information from full scope raw nodes step should be pushed into some of this or another user story. So after that, after we have user stories, we never need to check full scope raw nodes. So we make sure, business analyst makes sure that we don't skip any information from full scope raw nodes. We don't want to have 2 places to check the information all the time. We just want user stories as a single true source of truth. Yeah, so this is how it works within our process. This kind of step is kind of time consuming, but it's not super hard to do after you have full scope raw node step done properly. This is it from me for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions regarding user stories and epics format, please comment below. I will answer it. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about work breakdown structure, and remember